top four players or teams in a certain category. I have to guess which statistic they lead in. I have not seen this. It's called NFL Stategories. You ready to play?
Yeah. Are you a big board game guy?
I think it used to be a little bit.
Yeah.
Out of college. Yeah.
I'm so good at Monopoly. Just wanted to put that out there. All right, first up, NFL Stategories. The players, Mahomes, Herbert, Brady, Cousins. Do these quarterbacks lead in passing yards, passing touchdowns, or passer rating?
So I'm confused by this. So does each one lead in a different category? Is that it?
They are the top four in one of those three categories.
Oh, they are the top four in one of those categories.
Correct.
I bet you. I'll go passing yards.
Bingo. Well, we wanted to start you easy. This categories is difficult.
Okay.
All right, next up. Here are the four quarterbacks. Mahomes, Allen, Burrow, Geno Smith. Do they lead in passer rating, passing TDs,
completion percentage? Completion percentage. What?
You want to try again? Oh, there it is. Passer TDs. Geno Smith, fourth in the league.
Was he? Geno was fourth in the league in passing touchdowns?
It's a little crazy. Wonky year for Geno Smith out of the blue. Next
I know
up,
he's number one in completion percentage, I know.
We may get to that. Next up, Davis Mills, Dak Prescott, Josh Allen, Derek Carr.
Oh, it's an easy one.
Go for it.
Interception.
There you go. Bingo. Nailed it.
So Mills had 15, Dak had 15.
Josh Allen.
Well, he had what's troubling is he had red zone picks.
Second half, red zone, no bueno.
Not good. That's what I worry about. They make a lot, the details since Daboll left, they're not as buttoned up.
Next up, here are the four quarterbacks. Fields, Russell Wilson, Kirk Cousins, Geno Smith. What a motley crew that is. Do they lead in yards per rush, fumbles, or sacks taken? I like what the staff did on this one.
That's yards per rush. Geno doesn't run a lot, but when he does, it's usually a huge opening. Same with Kirk. So I'm not going to say it. My guess is sacks, but I think they're trying to fool me. I'll say yards per rush. Dang it.
Oh, wait, my mom always says go with your first instinct.
It's sacks?
Sacks, indeed. That's it.
Well, I knew they were all sacked a lot, but he has a curveball. The staff tries to get very clever.
See, that was a good one. I like it. Next up, Fields, Matty Ice. Yes, he's still in the league. Josh Allen, Trevor Lawrence. Do they lead in pressures, throwaways, or fumbles?
I mean, those four have nothing in common. The most athletic, the least athletic, pressures, throwaways. Oh God, feels like. You know what? I'm gonna go. Okay, gut feeling, fumbles.
Yeah.
Yeah, Trevor had a fumble.
Sacks and fumbles.
Yeah, didn't Trevor have a fumbling issue early in the year?
Yes.
Daniel Jones had one for a while.
Yeah.
And he cleaned it up.
I think Lawrence had like 3 against Philly. Next up, Kirk Cousins, Tom Brady, Justin Herbert, Daniel Jones. Do they lead in game-winning drives, comeback wins, or rushing touchdowns?
Game-winning drives.
Ooh, he's on fire. Boy, Daniel Jones, 5 game-winning drives, huh?
Yeah.
That's your guy.
They won a lot of close games early.
Next up, you can see the curveball here. Jamal Williams, Austin Eckler, Derrick Henry, Jalen Hurts. Do they lead in rushing touchdowns, yards per game, or yards per rush?
Oh, boy. You know what? I'm going to go rushing touchdowns.
Jamal Williams led the NFL. I think he broke a Barry Sanders record or something crazy with the Lions.
14 or something.
Yeah,
How many?
He had a good year. Next up, teams. Chiefs, Bills, Eagles, Lions. Do they lead in fourth quarter points, total yards per game, or total touchdowns?
That is interesting. You know, part of me wants to say, no.
There's one team in there that throws you off.
Yeah, I know. Hold on. This is crazy. I'm going to say total touchdowns.
Oh, the streak ends. Total yards per game.
Boy,
Lions.
Ben Johnson's going to get a job somewhere.
So good.
Detroit, all those young kids, Jared Goff.
Yeah. I almost want to look at the schedule, see if they have any December outdoor games next year.
Next up, was that one? I'm going to tell you something. Detroit going in to Lambeau and beating Aaron Rodgers.
I think New York
with nothing to play for. I think we're underselling that as an industry, as a media industry. that is the biggest Lions win.
Yeah.
I mean, again, Stafford never won a playoff game, right?
Felt like a turning point.
That was a massive win for them. I mean, between the Wolverines getting to the playoff and beating Ohio State again, and the Lions, good football year in the state of Michigan.
Indeed. We'll do one more here. 49ers, Bills, Ravens, Jets. Do they lead in defensive points per game, rushing yards per game, or team sacks?
I'm going to say points per game.
Wow, nailed it. Look at the Jets in there. No playoffs for them. All right, we'll go one more. Oh, yeah, we got time. Next up, Chiefs, Bills, Dolphins, Eagles. Do these teams lead in total touchdowns, yards per play, or first half points?
No, come on. Nobody knows that. That's impossible. I would say...
Right.
You know what I'm going to say?
Give it some thought for a second.
You know what I'm going to say? First half points. What is it?
Yards per play.
San Francisco.
Machine, San Francisco with that offense. Kyle Shanahan, man.
Doesn't matter, but Brock Purdy, yards per play, top 4 in the league.
We got to do this one. Cowboys, Jets, Giants, Packers. Do these teams lead in total jersey sales, average beer price, or home team attendance average?
I am going to go. Those are big stadiums. The fact that Jets and Giants are both in there tells me it's a big stadium. How about a home attendance?
That's good. You're like a detective deciphering clues.
Yeah, my wife's really good at that.
Next up, Eagles, Cowboys, Chiefs, Niners. Do they lead in most Pro Bowl selections, youngest NFL team, or oldest NFL team? Should be an easy one.
I think it's Pro Bowl selections, isn't it?
Nailed it. Oh, we got 30 seconds. Cowboys, Patriots, Rams, Giants. Which of these teams leads in payroll, head coach contract, or team value? Come on, Calvert.
Team value. That's pretty good today.
That's not bad. A little speed round action. Yeah. We should get a weekly herd game night.
That's very good.
You do any dominoes?
Nobody messes with me on the team value questions. I'm very strong. We'll see you tomorrow live in LA.
Baltimore. No, it's not Lamar Jackson. Roquan Smith and the Ravens have agreed to a 5-year, $100 million contract. Colin, he's now the highest paid linebacker in NFL history.
Well, he is a tackling machine. He's very good, but that's a lot of money for a linebacker.
Roquan Smith, who the Bears just moved off of because you don't pay linebackers. He's going to get $45 million fully guaranteed, $60 million in total guarantees. And, of course, Ian Rappaport had this at NFL Network. Lamar Jackson, they could franchise tag him in the offseason.
Yep.
Yeah, you think he's happy with that?
I think they're going to franchise tag him.
Yeah, that or move off him, right?
Well, you're the one that threw this out there. It's very interesting. Miami Dolphins make a run for Lamar. He's from the area. Can you imagine having Lamar, Tyreek Hill, and Jalen Waddle? It would be the fastest offense in league history.
Oh, ridiculous.
I mean, serious.
Is this a slap in the face to pay Roquan Smith all the money he wants?
Well,
and you're not I know people are saying, well, Jason, they offered Lamar Jackson. That's not what he wants. Lamar Jackson is an MVP and has taken Baltimore to the playoffs, 3 years in a row when he was a starter? Healthy?
You make it, Miami calls and say, we want Lamar, and you say, okay, but we get one of your receivers. We get Jalen Waddle. Because we have to rebuild our receiving core, and then we go out and get another quarterback.
I'm doing that. I'm doing that.
We have had a major disruptive quarterback move that nobody saw coming. We've had 3: Wilson Broncos, Stafford Rams, Brady Bucks. We're getting one a year. Lamar to Miami is not crazy. I think they're moving off too. I think they have to.
If you're Mike McDaniel, you say, sure, we'll take fast receivers. I can get anybody open. Kyle Shanahan gets anybody open.
Right.
Lamar Jackson, Colin, is it weird that he is still not practicing? It's been over a month now.
No, I think
and no chatter coming out of Baltimore.
No chatter from their excellent local reporters. What's going on here?
This is one of the great mysteries of the NFL. It's weird that it's not being covered more. Like, the market is telling you this week it's going to be Tyler Huntley starting. It's 6.5, maybe 7.
I thought Lamar was going to be back a month ago.
Supposed to be back Christmas Eve, according to another network.
All right. J-Mac with the news.
Well, that's the news.
And thanks for stopping by.
The Herd Lie News.
Dress shoes, I don't like them. Stiff and clunky. I got wide, flat feet. Enter Wolf and Shepherd. They changed the industry. They've made